Ooh, welcome to Taz Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is November the 2nd, 2025. We are here on November. Hope everybody enjoyed their Halloween. Did I do a video on? Yeah, I did. On November 1st. I did SmackDown. I don't know if I put that up. Did I put that up? Hold on. I don't remember putting it on. I got two phones here. That's a good thing, right? Because now I can check my channel here and see if I put my SmackDown video on. I think I did. Yes, I did put my SmackDown video up. I got 111 subscribers, man. But I do want to say thanks to the people that did subscribe and enjoying this videos. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we heard about John Cena's last match. Before I forget what's happening here, Cena is coming back to Raw, the last Raw before his last match in December the 13th, 2025. He's going to be coming to Raw because it's going to be in Boston, where that's his hometown. Some reason I couldn't click on that. So, ladies and gentlemen, on his hometown, he's coming back to Raw, and starting on that Raw, there's going to be a 16-man tournament to find out who will face John Cena. And who's going to be in the tournament? We don't know who's in the tournament yet. But we know they're going to be from Raw. There's going to be some guys from Raw. There's going to be some guys from SmackDown. There's going to be some guys from NXT. And some guys that's not even part of WWE. Now, it doesn't work for WWE. So, ladies and gentlemen, anyone can win this opportunity to face John Cena. It could be old rivalries. It could be some guys that he never faced because they went to WWE after he was a part, before he was they came to WWE when he was a part-timer and never had a chance to face these guys, like Jacob Fatu, like Carmel Hayes, like Dominic Mysterio. People like that. So that's going to be interesting. We're going to have a 16-man tournament to find out who will face John Cena. This whole tournament is going to be happening next week. Not this week, next week. Starting on Raw to see who's going to face John Cena at Saturday's main event. And making history on John Cena's last match at WWE. He did say he guarantees that he's not going to do any physical activity with the WWE. He had an interview with some person, I don't know who it is, but he did say it guaranteed he will not do any physical activity. Because he promised people that he wouldn't, and he doesn't want sound like he's a liar. I think he will come back for different reasons that's not wrestling related, because we've seen a lot of Hall of Famers, a lot of legends came back to WWE, and they didn't do any physical activity. They just got the pop, right? You know that? When made the fans go nuts. So I think that's what he's going to be doing the next time we see him after the retirement tour. We're going to see him do a pop. Like Kurt Angle did, JBL, but JBL is physically could still fight. So as Kurt Angle, I don't think Kurt Angle could now. But when he retired and he came back, his first retirement, and then he retired again after he came back to WWE. But yeah, I think that's the whole reason. I think he's going to come back for different roles, and that's not wrestling. That's what I think. But we do have Saturday night's main event. We do have new champions. We have a new World Heavyweight Champion because of the vacated. We got a new World Heavyweight Champion, CM Punk or Jey Uso. I thought it was a pretty decent Saturday night's main event. Great matches, ladies and gentlemen. And I think most of the winners is good winners. I think they deserve the win. So let's get to it. So we got to start off the show. we got Cody Rhodes defending his undisputed WWE title. And Drew McIntyre tried his best to get Cody Rhodes disqualified or counted out. Trying to get him more angry, trying to psych him and all that stuff. But at the end, the referee got knocked out, and Drew tried to hit Cody Rhodes with the championship. But Cody Rhodes and Drew was fighting over the championship, and you just saw Cody Rhodes DDTs Drew McIntyre on top of the championship and the crossroads, and he gets the win. Cody Rhodes retains the WWE title with a little cheating. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Tiffany Stratton was 100%. Even Nick Aldis wants to make sure that she wants to do this match because she's not 100%. But Tiffany says she wants to do this match against Jade Cargill for the Women's Championship. But, ladies and gentlemen, Jade Cargill was after that knee multiple times using her power. Tiffany had some defense, but not a lot. 2 power bombs, 1 jaded. We got a new WWE Women's Champion, Jade Cargill. Jade is the new WWE Women's Champion. Will she hold the title longer than her TBS title reign on AEW? I don't know why I'm wearing AEW right now. It's WWE video. But congrats to Jade Cargill finally winning a world championship because she couldn't win one in AEW. She had to win the mid-card title. So it's pretty cool that she is still... Now she's not still, but she is the new Women's Champion. We have Dominic Mysterio will defend his title, his Intercontinental title, in a triple threat match for against Penta and Rusev. I thought it was a pretty decent triple threat. Been back and forth with all 3 of these guys. But at the end, Rusev thought he had the win after he did the accolade onto Penta. Dominic was outside the ring, and he rang the bell. Rusev thought he won the match, but the referee did not say ring the bell or he tapped. So Rusev thought he won, and the referee telling him you didn't win. And Rusev saw Dominic at the ring bell, and he was mad. And Rusev was destroying Dominic multiple times, but Dominic was still holding on tight onto that hammer until he let it go in the ring. And then Dominic finally got rid of Rusev, smashing him onto the steps. And then he was about to trying to crawl to the bell hammer until Penta said, nah. And then Penta tried to use the hammer, and he missed Dominic, and he whacked Mr. Rusev with the hammer. Dominic throws Penta through the turnbuckle and did a frog splash. The winner of that match on Rusev. He did a frog splash on Rusev. The winner of that match and still your Intercontinental Champion, Mr. Dominic Mysterio. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we got CM Punk versus Jey Uso for the Vacate World Heavyweight Championship. I thought it was a pretty decent match. But, ladies and gentlemen, at the end, 2 GTS, back-to-back, the winner of that match, and your new World Heavyweight Champion, CM Punk. CM Punk finally wins the World Heavyweight title. No Seth Rollins, no Money in the Bank cash in. He finally gets to go to Monday Night Raw as the World Heavyweight Champion. And ladies and gentlemen, I've seen this picture on Facebook and social media that all the AEW guys are champions. We got Blake Moreau as the North American Champion, Jade Cargill as the WWE Women's Champion, Ricky Saints as the NXT Champion, Ethan Page as the North American Champion, Cody Rhodes as the WWE Champion, and CM Punk as the World Heavyweight Champion. Have you noticed that all these guys are former AEW guys and they are now champions? And half of those people never won a championship in AEW, or they won the mid-card or FTW that wasn't even recognized as an AEW championship. Ricky Saints never won the title. But Blake Moreau is a former Women's World Champion. CM Punk is a former World Champion. Is that the only two that have been world champion? Cody Rhodes hasn't. I think so. I believe that's it. I could look up all the champions we have here on WWE. If the internet wants to work. List of current champions. Current champions. So we got CM Punk is a former AEW World Champion. Sammy McCurr never been in AEW. She has, but she never stayed there long. She never got a contract. Dominic, no. Becky Lynch, no. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, no. Cody Rhodes, yes. Cody never been a AEW World Champion. Jade Cargill, no. Dragunov, no. Julia, no. The Wyatt Six, no. Open the Women's Tag Team Champion. Charlotte and Alexa Bliss is a no. NXT, Ricky Saints, Tatum Paxley, Ethan Page been in AEW. Blake Moreau has Stacks, no. Dark State, no. And Speed Champion El Grande and the women's. Alright, so let's go to the beginning here. CM Punk is a former AEW World Champion. That's the only title he won in AEW. Stephanie McCurr, Dominic, Becky, AJ, and Dragon Lee. Cody Rhodes, he only won the AEW TNT Championship. And he didn't have the good version of the TNT title. He had a really ugly red one. That's silver. I didn't like it very much. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's Cody Rhodes. He never won the AEW. Remember when he did had a chance to get to the AEW World title? And then the stipulation was that if he lose, he could never go for the title. That's what happened with him. Jade Cargill never held the AEW Women's World Championship. She won the TBS title, and she was the longest reigning TBS champion. And now it looks like Mercedes going to beat that. So Jade Cargill means nothing to AEW. But at least WWE sees some potential in Jade Cargill because they wouldn't let her be the women's champion if she wasn't that good. I think she's good. She's powerful. I'm not a big fan of powerful people, but she's good. She's good in the ring. She deserves to be in that spotlight. She deserves it. Next, we got Ricky Saints. I feel sorry for Ricky Saints. Because Ricky Saints won a title in AEW that wasn't even recognized as an AEW championship. The FTW title. Did he win the tag team titles? I don't think he won the tag team titles, did he? I don't remember if he won the tag team titles in AEW. It doesn't even say FTW. Duffy, Archery, AEW. Oh, yeah, he did win the World Tag Team titles. Never mind. I thought he only won the FTW title. He won the tag team titles with Big Bill. Who remembers that tag team? I don't remember that tag team. Oh, man. So, yeah, Ricky Saints did win, but he never won the world title, and now he's winning the world title in NXT. He deserves to be in the spotlight as well. Ethan Page won the NXT championship. He's not the champion now, but he is a former NXT champion. Never won a title in AEW. I know that for sure because he hasn't showed up a lot. He made his return as a good guy, and then they said, I don't want to push you anymore, so he doesn't show up that much. But he is a North American champion. He's in the spotlight. He's been having great matches. The guy is great as a heel. He deserves the opportunity to be the NXT champion when he first came in. Blake Moreau. She is a former AEW Women's World Champion. She is still a little new to WWE right now. But she's the NXT Women's North American Champion. Crazy, man. Crazy. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys are ready for the next DLC that's happening next week. Not this week. Next week on November 12th, we will find out more guys to be part of the WWE 2K25. And then we got 2K26 to worry about in March. And we will see what happens when we get there in March. Will I pre-order it? Maybe. I definitely will. I always pre-order the games. I always pre-order the games. Nowadays, these days, because digital is better than physical right now, and it's easy to do because I don't have to go to the store and get a digital one. Right? I'd rather, don't get a physical one. And my Xbox doesn't have a CD injector. What do you call that thing? My Xbox doesn't have a CD injector, so I can't really do that. It doesn't have a disc tray. So, yeah, so I had to do digital. I think everything is like that. I think even PS5 is like that. Everything is digital. Everything has to be digital now. Do you guys like my beard? I like having a beard sometimes. I like it. I like it sometimes. Sometimes I look like a hairy beast. But I look good with my hair like this and my beard. My family doesn't like it very much because it's not a full beard. It's a chin strap. But I like it. I like it. I will shave it off sometime, but I like it. But ladies and gentlemen, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys Tuesday for Monday Night Raw results, because tomorrow is Monday, and we're going to be watching Raw, and then filming it, and putting it on Tuesday. I didn't know I was saying that. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen on Raw next after Saturday's main event. So yeah, let's get to it. Time is out. Bye!